Listen up, brothers. You're trapped in a system designed to keep you weak, docile, and broke. They call it the Matrix, and it's been feeding you lies since the day you were born. I'm Andrew Tate, and today I'm ripping the veil off the biggest scam they've sold to young men like you. This isn't just a speech, it's a wake-up call. The Matrix wants you to stay asleep, chasing fake dreams while it drains your soul. But I'm here to shake you awake. The fight one lie they're selling you. It's so insidious, so perfectly crafted, that you've probably bought into it without even knowing. Buckle up, because I'm about to expose it, break it down, and show you how to fight. Let's go! Gentlemen, the Matrix has convinced you that being a nice guy is the path to success. They tell you to play it safe, keep your head down, be polite, and follow the rules. Work hard, get a degree, get a job, and maybe you'll get a pat on the head and a corner office someday. Bullshit! This is the Fay One lie they sell you. Being likable doesn't get you power, wealth, or respect. It gets you used. The system wants you soft, agreeable, and easy to control. They don't want warriors, they want workers. The Matrix thrives on your compliance, not your strength. Look around. The guys at the top aren't the ones who followed the script. They're the ones who broke it. Let me hit you with a truth bomb. The world doesn't reward nice. It rewards those who take risks, demand respect, and build their own empires. The Matrix sells you this lie because it's scared of what you could become. They don't want you questioning their system, building your own wealth, or living life on your terms. Instead, they feed you this garbage about being a team player, staying humble, and waiting your turn. Meanwhile, your turn never comes. You're slaving away, hoping for scraps, while the real players are out there taking what's theirs. Stop believing you need to be everyone's friend to get ahead. That's a trap, and it's keeping you small. Ask yourself this right now. Are you living like a slave to the system or a king carving his own path? The Matrix wants you to think you're free, but if you're grinding for someone else's dream, you're not. The lie that you need to be likable keeps you chained. Chained to a desk, to a boss, to a life that doesn't light your soul on fire. I've been there, brothers. I broke out by rejecting that lie. I built my empire by being unapologetically me. Bold, relentless, and unwilling to bend. You don't need permission to be great. You don't need to be liked. You need to be respected, and respect comes from power, not politeness. Here's how you fight back. Stop caring about fitting in. Start caring about standing out. Build your body. Hit the gym. Get strong, because a weak body breeds a weak mind. Build your mind. Read, learn, and question everything the Matrix feeds you. Build your wealth. Stop trading your time for pennies and start creating value that pays you for life. The Matrix hates men who are strong, smart, and independent. That's why they push this lie so hard. They want you to think success comes from being a good little cog in their machine. It doesn't. Success comes from breaking the machine and building your own. Picture this: you're 80 years old, looking back on your life. Are you proud of what you see, or are you filled with regret because you bought the Matrix's lie? Did you spend your life pleasing others, or did you live for yourself? The choice is yours, but the clock is ticking. Every day you spend chasing approval is a day you're not chasing greatness. The world doesn't care about your feelings. It cares about what you do. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep playing their game, or are you going to rewrite the rules? Gentlemen, the system has been lying to you since the moment you could think for yourself. And it's time to rip that lie apart. The Matrix, this invisible cage of societal rules and expectations, has drilled one toxic idea into your head to win in life. You need to be a nice guy. You've been told to keep your head down, smile politely, and play by the rules to get ahead. They've sold you this fairy tale that being likable is the golden ticket to success, whether it's climbing the corporate ladder, winning respect, or building a life of freedom. But let me hit you with a truth that'll shake your core. Being likable doesn't make you a king. It makes you a pawn. The Matrix thrives on your compliance, your willingness to blend in, to avoid rocking the boat. It's a scam designed to keep you weak, controllable, and forever chasing someone else's approval. I'm here to tell you to reject that lie with every fiber of your being and start demanding the respect you deserve. Why does the Matrix push this lie so hard? Because a man who craves approval is a man who can be manipulated. They want you to think that success comes from being agreeable, from fitting neatly into their system of rules and hierarchies. But look at the real world. Do the men at the top, the ones with power, wealth, and influence, get there by being everyone's favorite? No, they get there by being bold, unapologetic, and relentless. The system fears men who refuse to bow, who don't care about being liked but demand to be respected. Hook, are you going to spend your life begging for a seat at their table? Or are you going to build your own empire? The choice is yours, but only one path leads to real power. The nice guy. Lie is a chain around your potential. It tells you to suppress your ambition, to soften your edges, to avoid conflict at all costs. But conflict is where growth happens. Ambition is what separates the average from the extraordinary. Every time you bite your tongue to avoid offending someone, every time you dim your light to fit in, you're handing your power over to the matrix. They want you to believe that being polite will earn you promotions, respect, or even love. But the truth is, people don't respect pushovers, they respect strength. A man who stands tall, who speaks his truth, who refuses to bend to the whims of others, that's the man who commands attention. That's the man who wins. Hook, when was the last time you stood up for what you really wanted? No apologies, no excuses. The Matrix has conditioned you to think that being likable is safe, but safety is just another word for stagnation. Playing nice keeps you in the background, a supporting character in someone else's story. You're not here to be a sidekick. You're here to be the hero of your own life. The system will never hand you success. You have to take it. That means rejecting the idea that you need to please everyone to get ahead. Instead, focus on building your strength physically, mentally, and financially. A strong man doesn't need to be liked because his value speaks for itself. The lie of likability is a trap that keeps you small, but you can break free. Start by embracing your inner fire. Stop apologizing for wanting more, for being ambitious, for refusing to settle. The Matrix wants you to think that being nice is noble. But there's nothing noble about living a life that's less than what you're capable of. Respect isn't given to those who follow the script. It's earned by those who rewrite it. So, stand up, claim your space, and start acting like the man you were meant to be. The world doesn't owe you anything, but it will bow to the man who demands his place at the top. Gentlemen, the world has been feeding you a lie so pervasive it's practically woven into the fabric of your reality that being a nice guy is the key to winning in life. The Matrix has convinced you that politeness, compliance, and keeping everyone happy will earn you success, respect, and a seat at the top. But let me hit you with a cold, hard truth. Nice guys don't finish first, they finish last. The world doesn't reward those who play it safe, who tiptoe around egos, or who wait patiently for their turn. It rewards power, audacity, and the unyielding drive to claim what's yours. The system wants you to believe that being agreeable will open doors, but all it does is lock you in a cage of mediocrity. I'm here to shatter that illusion and show you why embracing your strength, not your niceness, is the only path to victory. Look around you. The men who dominate, whether in business, relationships, or life, aren't the ones bending over backward to be liked. They're the ones who set their own rules, who walk with unshakable confidence, who demand respect without apology. The Matrix sells you the nice guy myth because it's terrified of what you could become if you stopped playing their game. They want you docile, predictable, and easy to control, slaving away for their benefit while you hope for scraps. But success isn't handed out to those who follow the script. It's seized by those who tear it up. Hook. Are you ready to stop begging for approval and start commanding the respect you deserve? The choice is yours, but only one path leads to real power. Being nice often means sacrificing your own ambitions to keep others comfortable. It means staying quiet when you should speak, shrinking your dreams to fit someone else's expectations, and trading your potential for a pat on the head. That's not a life, it's a sentence. The world doesn't care about your good intentions or your polite demeanor. It cares about what you can deliver. Power comes from action, from taking risks, from standing firm in the face of resistance. Every time you choose to be nice, over being bold, you're choosing to stay small. The men who win are the ones who refuse to let the fear of offending others hold them back. They build empires, not excuses. Hook, when was the last time you took a stand for what you really wanted, no matter who it upset? The Matrix has conditioned you to believe that being agreeable is the safe bet, but safety is the enemy of greatness. Playing the nice guy keeps you tethered to a system that profits from your compliance. Break free by embracing your inner strength. Build your body to project confidence, sharpen your mind to outthink the competition, and create value that forces the world to take notice. The system will tell you that being nice earns you allies, but allies won't build your legacy. Action will. Respect isn't given to those who please everyone. It's earned by those who demand it through their results. The nice guy lie is a trap designed to keep you from realizing your full potential. It's time to reject it. Stop worrying about being liked and start focusing on being formidable. The world doesn't reward those who blend in. It rewards those who stand out. Take up space, speak your truth, and pursue your goals with relentless determination. The Matrix wants you to think that niceness is a virtue, but in reality, it's a chain. Break it. Step into your power and show the world what you're capable of. Success isn't for the polite, it's for the bold. Gentlemen, the Matrix has you in a chokehold, and it's time to break free. The system, this suffocating web of expectations and lies, wants you to stay soft, broke, and obedient, a cog in its machine, grinding away for someone else's dream. It's designed to keep you weak, dependent, and tethered to a life of quiet desperation. But you weren't born to be a slave to their rules. You were born to forge your own path, to build an empire, to live as a king. The lie that you must conform to the system's playbook to succeed is a chain around your potential. And I'm here to hand you the key to unlock it. Breaking free means rejecting the Matrix's script and building your strength, sharpening your mind, and creating wealth that answers to no one but you. This is your rebellion, your chance to take back your power. The Matrix thrives on your compliance. It wants you to believe that a steady job, a predictable life, and a polite demeanor will lead to success. But that's a trap to keep you small, working for their benefit while your own dreams rot. The system fears men who are strong, independent, and unafraid to challenge its rules. That's why it pushes you to stay soft, to avoid risk, to trade your time for pennies. But real freedom comes from building yourself into a force the Matrix can't control. Hook, are you ready to stop being a puppet and start pulling your own strings? The choice is yours, but only one path leads to a life of true power. To break the chains, you must transform yourself from the inside out. Start with your body. Hit the gym, forge discipline, and build a physique that commands respect. A strong body fuels a strong mind, and the Matrix hates men who are both. Sharpen your intellect. Read, question everything, and refuse to swallow the system's propaganda. Knowledge is your weapon against their lies. Most importantly, build your wealth. Stop trading your hours for a paycheck that barely keeps you afloat. Create value, start a business, invest in skills, build assets that pay you long after the work is done. The Matrix wants you dependent on its system, but a man who controls his own resources is unstoppable. Hook, when was the last time you took a real risk to claim your freedom? The system will tell you that playing it safe is smart, but safety is just another word for surrender. Every day you spend following their rules is a day you're not building your legacy. The men who change the world don't ask for permission. They take action. They don't wait for opportunities, they create them. The Matrix will try to scare you with the risks of stepping out of line, but the real risk is staying in a system that profits from your stagnation. You have the power to rewrite your story, to live on your terms, to build a life that reflects your strength and ambition. Breaking free from the Matrix isn't easy. It demands courage, discipline, and an unrelenting commitment to your own vision. But every step you take toward independence weakens the system's grip on you. Stop letting their rules dictate your life. Build a body that radiates power, a mind that sees through their lies, and a bank account that gives you freedom. The Matrix wants you to think you're stuck, but you're not. You're a man with the potential to reshape your destiny. Step up, take control, and show the world what you're capable of. The chains are only as strong as you let them be. Break them and claim your place at the top. Gentlemen, the Matrix has sold you a dangerous myth that being liked is the path to success. It's a lie crafted to keep you chasing approval, bending over backward to please others while the world passes you by. I'm here to set you straight. You don't need to be liked. You need to be respected. The system wants you to stay soft, agreeable, and desperate for validation, because a man obsessed with being liked is a man who can be controlled. But respect, that's earned through strength, action, and an unapologetic commitment to your own worth. The Matrix fears men who know their value and demand the world acknowledge it. It's time to stop begging for scraps of approval and start commanding the respect you were born to claim. The world doesn't care about how many people smile when you walk into a room. It cares about what you bring to the table. Respect is the currency of power, and it's not handed out to those who play nice. It's earned by men who stand tall, who speak their truth, and who back their words with results. The Matrix pushes you to seek approval because it keeps you weak, tethered to the opinions of others. But a man who knows his worth doesn't need a nod from the crowd. He sets his own standards and forces the world to meet them. Hook, are you ready to stop groveling for likes and start demanding the respect you deserve? The choice is yours, but only one path leads to true greatness. Seeking approval is a trap that drains your energy and dilutes your potential. Every time you soften your stance to avoid ruffling feathers, you're giving away your power. Every time you prioritize someone else's comfort over your own goals, you're letting the Matrix win. Respect isn't won by being everyone's friend. It's won by being formidable. Build a life that screams value, strengthen your body to project confidence, sharpen your mind to outsmart the competition, and create wealth that gives you freedom. The system wants you to believe that being liked opens doors, but doors don't open for the likable. They open for the undeniable. Hook, when was the last time you walked into a room and owned it? No apologies, no doubts. The Matrix has conditioned you to think that being likable is safe, but safety is the enemy of progress. Chasing approval keeps you stuck, forever trying to please a world that will never be satisfied. Instead, focus on becoming a man who commands attention through his actions. The men at the top, the ones with power, influence, and wealth, aren't there because they were nice. They're there because they refuse to let anyone dictate their worth. They built themselves into forces of nature, and the world had no choice but to respect them. To demand respect, you must first respect yourself. Stop doubting your value. Stop waiting for permission to shine. The Matrix will try to convince you that being bold is risky, that standing out will make you a target. Good, be a target. Let them aim at you, because a man who knows his worth is bulletproof. Start acting like the king you are. Make decisions with conviction, pursue your goals with relentless drive, and never settle for less than you're capable of. The system wants you to think respect comes from pleasing others, but it comes from commanding your own destiny. Step into your power, show the world what you're made of, and watch how quickly respect follows. The Matrix can't hold a man who knows he's unstoppable. Gentlemen, every second you spend trapped in the Matrix's lies is a second stolen from your greatness. The system wants you to believe you have all the time in the world to chase your dreams, to build your empire, to live the life you were meant for. But that's a deception designed to keep you complacent, drifting through days that turn into years of regret. Time is your most precious asset, and it's slipping through your fingers faster than you realize. The clock is ticking, and every moment you waste chasing approval or following the system's script is a moment you're not building your legacy. I'm here to jolt you awake. Your time is running out, and the life you want won't wait for you to catch up. It's time to act, to seize control, and to make every second count. Picture yourself decades from now, looking back on the life you've lived. Will you see a man who took risks, who fought for his vision, who carved his own path? Or will you see a man who played it safe, who let the Matrix dictate his choices, who lived for others' approval instead of his own purpose? That's the question you need to answer now, because the choices you make today will define that future. The system wants you to believe you can always start tomorrow, but tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Hook guy, what's stopping you from taking action right now? Every day you delay is a day you're handing your dreams to the Matrix. The lie that you have endless time keeps you stuck in a cycle of procrastination and excuses. The Matrix thrives on your inaction, convincing you that playing by its rules, working the 9 to 5, staying in your lane, being the nice guy, will eventually pay off. But it won't. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act. Every man who's ever achieved greatness did so by refusing to let time slip away. They built their bodies, sharpened their minds, and created wealth with urgency, knowing that life doesn't owe them a second chance. You need to move with that same fire because the window to become the man you're capable of is closing. Hook. When was the last time you felt the urgency to chase what sets your soul on fire? The Matrix wants you to think you're young forever, that you can afford to waste years on things that don't matter. But every moment spent chasing approval or comfort is a moment you're not building your empire. Start now. Hit the gym to forge a body that commands respect. Study to arm your mind against the system's lies, and hustle to create wealth that gives you freedom. The world doesn't care about your intentions, it cares about your results. The men who leave a mark don't wait for the perfect moment. They make every moment count. Time is the one resource you can't get back. The Matrix will distract you with meaningless goals and fleeting pleasures, but those are chains disguised as rewards. Break free by acting with purpose. Set goals that scare you, take risks that push you, and refuse to let fear or doubt hold you back. The life you want is on the other side of action, and every second you hesitate is a second the system wins. Don't let regret be your legacy. Step up, claim your time, and build a life that makes you proud. The clock is ticking. Make it your ally, not your enemy. Gentlemen, the Matrix has one goal: to mold you into a version of yourself that serves its agenda. It wants you to conform, to dilute your fire, to trade your individuality for a cookie-cutter life of obedience and mediocrity. But you weren't born to blend in. You were born to stand out, to be a force, to live unapologetically as the man you are. The greatest rebellion against the system is embracing your unique strength, your relentless drive, and your refusal to bow to anyone's expectations. The Matrix fears men who reject its script and forge their own path with unwavering conviction. I'm here to ignite that spark within you, to show you that being unapologetically you is the key to building a legacy that echoes through time. The system pushes you to shrink, to soften your edges, to care about what others think. It tells you to follow the rules, to seek approval, to be a team player in a game rigged against you. But real power lies in rejecting that pressure and owning your truth. Being unapologetically you means standing tall in your beliefs, pursuing your goals with ruthless determination, and refusing to let the world's opinions dim your shine. The men who change the world, entrepreneurs, leaders, visionaries, don't ask for permission. They act, they build, they dominate. Hook, are you ready to stop apologizing for your ambition and start owning your greatness? The choice is yours, but only one path leads to a life of impact. Every time you suppress your instincts to fit in, you're handing your power to the Matrix. Every time you hesitate to speak your mind or chase your vision because you fear judgment, you're letting the system win. Being unapologetically you isn't about being reckless. It's about being authentic. It's about building a body that radiates strength, a mind that cuts through the noise, and a life that reflects your deepest values. The Matrix wants you to believe that standing out is dangerous, but blending in is the real danger. It's a slow death, a life spent serving someone else's dream. Break free by embracing what makes you different, your passion, your grit, your unyielding will to succeed. Hook. When was the last time you did something bold, something that screamed, "This is who I am"? The system will try to convince you that conformity is safe, that following the crowd will protect you. But safety is a cage, and the crowd leads nowhere. The men who leave a mark are the ones who dare to be themselves, no matter the cost. They build empires by betting on their own vision. They command respect by refusing to compromise. Start today. Lift weights to forge a body that demands attention. Read to sharpen your mind against the system's lies, and hustle to create wealth that gives you freedom. Your uniqueness is your superpower. Wield it without apology. The Matrix will always try to pull you back to make you doubt, to make you feel like you're too much or not enough. But a man who knows who he is, who lives with purpose and conviction, is unstoppable. Stop seeking validation from a world that profits from your weakness. Instead, validate yourself through your actions. Pursue your goals with relentless focus. Speak your truth with unwavering confidence, and build a life that reflects your highest potential. The system can't control a man who owns his identity. Be bold, be fearless, be unapologetically you, and watch the world bend to your will. Gentlemen, the Matrix is a prison for your mind, and the Fey One lie it sells is that you need to be likable to win. That lie keeps you weak, broke, and stuck. I'm Andrew Tate, and I'm telling you to reject it. Be bold, be unapologetic, be the man who takes what he wants, not the one who begs for approval. You've got one life. Don't waste it trying to be what they want. Build your empire, claim your freedom, and live like a king. The Matrix can't stop you unless you let it. So, go out there and show the world what a real man can do. Top G out!